unbeatable, I'm
I am
unbeatable.
unbeatable. Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
Welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel for a double helping of trophy competition action. Later, Plymouth take on last year's champions Caledonia. But before that, we've got two heavyweights about to trade blows in an absolute slugfest. The Leicester Riders won the trophy in 3 consecutive years, the last time in 2018. They're up against the league leaders and last year's treble-winning London Lions. So get your popcorn out in the company of Dan Routledge and Azania Stewart.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. Yes, and two teams who have won their opening games in this competition going head-to-head. London Lions against the Leicester Riders here at the Copper Box. It's always fun when these two teams meet. Azania, this promises to be an intriguing matchup.
Yeah, both of the teams have won their first game. London beat Newcastle Eagles 99-77 and the Riders beat Bristol 98-74. Both teams scoring nearly 100 points. They know how to get it done.
Well, they certainly do. Let's have a look at the starting fives for today's game. Starting with the Lions, Tariq Phillip, Matt Morgan are back, and they're straight into the starting lineup. Dante Grantham, who returned on Thursday, he's back in the starters. This five actually haven't started a game together yet this season. 1-5 who certainly have played together is this Leicester Riders unit. This is now their 4th straight game unchanged in the starters. Alan has obviously dominated the chat around Leicester in recent weeks, but when Thomas plays well, Leicester tend to play well as well. Well, one guy who's moved out of the starters and back off the bench for the London Lions, but he brings it wherever he is, Luke Nelson.
There he is, and he was incredible in that Newcastle game. Dan, he had 20 points. There it is, points per game, 9. So he did a lot. He's a point guard. We called him Lord Nelson. So hopefully coming off the bench, he'll bring that energy.
And at the other end of the floor, we always have to talk about Teddy Allen. First trophy game, another 30-point game.
Well, we got to call him Teddy Buckets. He's also the player of the month. He's only been in the league for only over a month, I think. So look for him early and often.
Well, he certainly knows where the basket is. He's player of the month. Coach Božić is coach of the month. And they will be going head-to-head right after this break. Well, welcome back to the Copper Box. Simon Unsworth, Joe Hodgson and Steve Ellis are three officials. And the ball is up from referee Unsworth, and we are underway here in this British Basketball League trophy matchup. Two teams who started 1-0. Only one of them will remain undefeated at the end of this game, and it's Philip who's back from injury and straight on the scoreboard.
Great for him. You know, he's such a big part of this team, struggled with injuries throughout the season.
Here's Walker inside, back out to Thomas, fakes the three. Gets it into Mo Walker, he's under all sorts of pressure, it's knocked away. Matt Morgan on to Grantham, stepping his way past McKenzie for the layup.
Lovely move out in transition. This is the speed and the pace that London Lions want to play with.
Oh, almost a turnover there from Holmes. Here's Walker. He's batted away by Morgan, but out of bounds for a Leicester possession with 6 on the shot clock.
Morgan back in the starting lineup. He's injured a couple of games.
Here's Allen, fires up for 3, rims out. Good rebound from Thomas, though. Allen has Grantham in front of him. Gives it to Walker with the mid-range jump shot. That's off the rim as well. Cross court to Morgan. Grantham spinning. Philip up top, turns down the 3, takes the 2 instead. Olasheni on the offensive glass. Morgan fires up the 3. That draws iron and eventually comes down into the hands of Teddy Allen. Allen looking to get all the way to the basket through the contact, and he'll get a chance to get Leicester's first points of the game from the free throw line.
On Friday's Sky game we spoke about, do we want to see Teddy buckets in the All-Star game coming up in March? You know, he hasn't played most of the season, but we're saying, hey, he's putting up enough numbers. Why not?
It's an all-star game. He'll probably be leading the league in scoring at that point. You've got to have him in, surely. It's not, as you say, it's not till March. There's enough time for him to continue to rack up the appearances. And one thing we know is when he's on the court, he racks up the points as well as he makes both of those free throws.
Yeah, he dropped 30 points in their last game.
He didn't actually, it wasn't even his best game, that game against Bristol.
And he also had 7 assists and 7 rebounds.
7 rebounds as well. Morgan driving hard to the foul, takes the contact from Walker, and he will shoot 2.
Well, who also knows how to get a bucket, is a walking bucket, is this man right here, Matt Morgan.
Well, he's got a chance to get his first points from the free throw line. He was leading the British Basketball League in scoring before his injury. Still is, although Teddy Allen, once he plays enough games, is on pace to go above him. That'll all be resumed in February when the regular season campaign gets back underway. But for now, all eyes focused on the trophy and the road to Birmingham. Two teams with experience of getting to a trophy final in recent memory. Here's Allen for 3. That's short. Philip looking to push. Morgan blows past his man and lays it in for 2.
This next gear that he can just kick into, Dan, is incredible.
He is lightning fast.
Especially with those shoes on.
Nice pass. And there's Walker laying it in. Grantham catches him from behind, so that'll be a bonus free throw as well for Mo Walker.
Just left Walker wide open. Miscommunication.
Walker converts the 3-point play. Matt Morgan kicks to the corner. Connor Morgan's shot doesn't go. Mackenzie with the rebound, and there's a foul in there as well. It's gone against Thomas. There is the Lions injured players and their new signing right in the middle there, sat next to Sam Decker, their new signing, David Nwaba, not available yet, but again, as is often the case with London, a lot of talent on the baseline at the moment.
Beautifully executed out of bounds play. Lovely smile.
Batted away as well, so I think there's going to be a delay of game warning. It is indeed against the London Lions. Holmes onto Mackenzie. Thomas late in the shot clock. He's kind of stuck. He gets it up. It doesn't hit the rim. It's batted about. And if that's on Thomas, that's going to be 2 quick fouls against him.
That's a silly one. You can't afford that. And Mr. Rob Paternostro knows it.
Well, I said earlier that when Thomas plays well, Leicester tend to play well. There have been a couple of games where he's got himself in early foul trouble, and that really hurts the team. And as you say, this one, they're both a little unfortunate, really, but they've both gone against him.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit the bench.
Blake Bowman checks in for him. Morgan, he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. They missed Gabe, actually. They do this little weave action, and then Gabe Olusheni just went down to the block. They missed him.
Well, there is the December coach of the month. 6-1. Near perfect record through the month. Here's Allen. Driving in block from behind by Grantham, and that'll be a Leicester ball on the end.
I like this matchup, especially because obviously Dante Grantham is a little bit taller. And here he comes, where he's beaten him with the speed and he's gone into Gabe, but then he's caught up and blocked him from behind.
Ball from the end. Just some debate on the shot clock. It's gone back to 11. Allen. Holmes now. Into the key. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Morgan. Connor Morgan fires up the 3, and it comes off the front of the rim. Mackenzie driving hard, drops it off to Bowman. Out to Allen for 3, and that's off the mark. Walker with the offensive rebound. He has it ripped away, and London come away with it. Grantham just about finds Connor Morgan.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play for both of these teams.
Olusheni wasn't expecting to need to chase down. They waited for him in the end. Here's Allen in the open court. Has to scoop it up under pressure. And a whistle on the play. It'll be 2 shots.
Good transition, though, from the Riders. Getting the rebound and then going. And then there's just the push in the back. As Walker will take a breather. For me, as he catches it, you know I love my post play down. He's got to keep the ball high. When you bring the ball down, you're
bring those little dudes
all
into
the
play.
little dudes. Yeah, I didn't want to call them that, but yeah, they come in. They can slap the ball out of your hands. You've got to keep it above the rim.
Well, all of Allen's points so far have come from the free throw line. He's 0 for 4 from the floor. Here's Sharma. Morgan posting up Mackenzie, huge size mismatch. Can't take advantage of it, but there is a foul called.
I like that offense for the Lions, seeing that, they've got the mismatch.
Well, it's 10-7 to London. And there's a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. Welcome back to London. Connor Morgan is on the free throw line and ready to try and add 2 points to the London tally. His first score of the game.
As I was saying before breakdown, that London Lions really found that mismatch between Mackenzie and Morgan. You know, he's a much bigger body, posted him up, and they had to foul him.
It is one of the great problems of playing London. If you do switch everything, Connor Morgan becomes a nightmare matchup. Mind you, it's not my matchup if you don't switch as well, to be fair. Bowman, tough shot on the fall away.
Great rainbow shot.
Here's Nelson. Leicester struggling from the field, just 2 for 10 so far. Along the baseline, and Nelson straight onto the score sheet.
Lovely. That's why I picked him. One to watch, right off the bench and get to score. Thank you, Luke Nelson.
Holmes, back out to Mackenzie. Bowman. Has Sharma in front of him, looking to attack. Gets past him to the finger roll. Great play by Blake Bowman.
Wonderful move.
I was actually talking to Blake's uncle on Thursday. He was at the game. Mark Hawley used to play for Leicester in the 90s, went on to play in Belgium, doing a bit of coaching out there now as well.
Love that.
Nice to see him as Morgan misses off the 3, but an offensive rebound pulled in by the Lions, and again Sandy kept going and he tips it in.
Great job by Sandy, not giving up both of those plays. 2 back-to-back offensive rebounds, and rewards himself with the 2 points.
Nice pass. Oh, just go up. He's Bowman wanted to feed his teammate there, Adowu, and they did get points in the end.
Yeah, he's lucky Josh Sharma didn't steal that one. This is their mismatch that they wanted.
Mackenzie gambled on the steal, and when it doesn't come off, it makes it even easier for Morgan. Adowu harassed by Nelson, who's pleading that came off the Leicester man on the way out. It'll be a Riders ball.
For the Leicester Riders. Bradley Cavosa, Kareem Queeley check in for the London Lions.
Both teams making adjustments to the lineups here. It's 18-13 with 2:45 left in this first quarter. Washington, one of those substitutions coming in, will inbound the ball. Allen late in the shot clock, gets that back out for three, front iron on that. Still yet to make a field goal, he's 0 for 5. Kick to the corner and Kaboza, he hits the triple.
Wide open in the corner. Leicester Riders lost him. And a beautiful smile to go with that beautiful three-point shot.
Lions on defense.
Well, that was the first made three of the game. It missed 9 between them before that. Bowman going to the basket, takes the foul. It's another look. Kaboza, a lot of space, and made Leicester pay.
London, you know what to do. That's good.
Here goes Rob Paternostro. It's a classic. Chews his
Chewing his gum.
and walks up and down, paces the sidelines.
Ooh, through the hands of Quealy, who's able to get it back. Kaboza thought about another three, put it on the floor this time and got all the way to the basket, but blows the layup. Lowell just ran out of room and turns it over.
Yeah, good job by Luke Nelson. Go into a 2-3 zone now, changing up their defense.
Stepped on the line there, Quealy, out of bounds, and that'll be a Leicester possession.
How many times do you think that happened?
Or, you know what? It's when they moved the three-point line out. It must be 12, 15 years ago. They just, and in the corners, it only moved out like an inch or 2 inches.
Yeah.
But as soon as they did that, everybody started stepping on the line, and they've never corrected it. You would think after a while, I mean, most of these guys would have learnt the game playing with the extended three-point line, and yet you get it every game.
Yeah, and also those big feet too. They don't help.
Called against number 20, Josh Sharma.
Josh Sharma fouling Adowu.
Line for 2.
(21-14) Leicester trailing here as Adowu makes that 15. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. Adowu makes both of them. Leicester keeping themselves in this game from the free throw line, really. They're not shooting the ball very well in the open court.
And sometimes when you're struggling, you've got to go to free.
Nice pass, and Sharma jams it home.
Lovely. I had to be quiet for that because you know we love a Josh Sharma slam.
Washington. 45 seconds to go. Here's Allen for 3, and there's his first field goal of the game. 23-19 the score with 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Apologies that we've lost our clock momentarily. We are trying to fix it, but I'll keep you on top of it. Here's Nelson, who's trying to run some of the time off it. Lobbing it up towards Sharma, who does really well to tip that home and stretch the London lead 25-19. And there's 14 seconds to go here for Leicester to run down.
What a luxury to just throw it up to Josh Sharma.
It just has to be anywhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Here's Allen. Running it down, 2 seconds now. He gets the shot away, and it's a little bit short. And that will do it for the first quarter here. London leading this one 25-19. We'll be right back after this break. Well, not his most efficient start to a game for Teddy Allen, but he does have 7 points. He's only made 1 field goal. He's 1 for 7, but he's on the board. And guys like that, they just need one to go through the net often. Here's Washington for Leicester, trailing by 6. Washington space for 3. A little short on that one. Kaboza is out in front, having Morgan, sorry, out in front. That's a goaltend. Yeah.
Should be.
I didn't hear the whistle at first to see the referee signal, and he didn't seem to signal anything, but tipped out through the basket. That 2 points will count. Here's Holmes. Adowu checks his feet, fires up the 3, front iron. Leicester struggling from behind the arc. 1 for 7. 1 for 8, sorry. Sandy in the corner, tipped home by Josh Sharma.
Listen, they're leaving that shooter wide open, but if you've got Josh Sharma, you have to box him out every possession.
Bowman. Oh, there's a bit one-on-one there. Leicester trailing by 10. Haven't really got themselves going offensively. And they can't get a defensive rebound at the moment either, which is not a good combination.
Yeah, London Lions hitting the boards.
Nice drive from Sandy. He's been very active since he entered the game.
Really good minutes from him. And he's playing with great energy.
That's a timeout called by Rob Paternostro and the Leicester Riders, trailing by 12. And not a great start to this quarter by them. Giving up the first 6 points in minute and 15 seconds.
Well, they're just getting outworked, I think, especially, you know, London Lions, they're getting second, third opportunities on the boards. You've got to figure out how to get that ball, box out Sharma, crash the boards, but especially Sandy, he's so aggressive and giving London Lions a good second look.
Well, let's take another look back at that fast break from the London Lions. You see Matt Morgan has laid it in. Blake Bowman comes up through the basket and tips it back out again, which of course you're not allowed to. Once the ball's in, you're not allowed to go up through the rim and bat it away. So the original basket was given as 2 points. But Leicester haven't been able really to knock down any shots here so far. They're 1 of 7 from 3-point range. They're 5 of 18 from the floor overall.
Yeah, if you're going to shoot, you know, a low percentage like that, it's going to be difficult to beat the Lions.
You have to keep the scoreboard ticking against London. It's something Leicester have been doing well in recent weeks, but if you're in the 20s in the field goal percentage,
Yeah,
it's going to be a long
27%.
afternoon.
Well, still, you know, we're into the second quarter here. There's a lot of time. They can definitely fix that.
But they'll need to do it soon. They can't let it get too far away. Thomas is back into the game for Leicester on 2 fouls. Here's Lowell. No, it's just out of reach of Holmes. You can't keep it in play. Another sloppy turnover from Leicester. They've only turned it over, I think, 3 times, but they've been careless with them. Nelson blocked by Lowell. Ball batted about. Leicester come down with it. Holmes sets his feet for 3 and he knocks it down.
Needed.
It was indeed. His first points of the game, only his second shot of the game. Nelson underneath. Hooks it back in for 2.
Wonderful offense from the Lions. That backdoor cut. Luke Nelson really in a lovely groove, playing with wonderful confidence.
Adowu rolling to the basket, goes underneath to avoid Grantham and lays it in. Lobbed up towards Sharma. He can't quite jam it in, but he stays with the plane. He'll turn it into an and one.
Incredible, Dan. How does he get his own rebound there? Good pass. Here it is, right on the money, but just kind of mistimes it. And one will go to the line.
Luke Nelson will take a breather.
Sorry, Josh Sharma is one of my favourites in the league. A great guy on and off the court. Here's Coach Bozic.
Yeah, he looks pretty, he always looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he, to be fair, Coach Bozic?
Yeah, great guy too. Really calm, isn't he?
He's very calm.
Cool, calm and collective, Coach Bozic.
Holmes round the screen. Got the switch to Adowu if they can get the ball to him. Holmes is going to take a long two. And Adowu does well there to get it back. Under pressure, is able to score. He had a great game against Bristol on Thursday as well.
Yeah, tough finish. Rob claps for that one, he knows.
Morgan driving hard. He's frustrated that that didn't go in, but he will shoot 2 free throws.
Foul called against number 11, Connor Washington.
Connor Washington called for the foul.
Checks in for Josh Sharma for the Lions. Teddy Allen, Kimball McKenzie check in.
There are not too many that beat Connor Washington for speed, but Morgan is lightning fast.
That's for sure. I like that matchup. He's going to have to go to the bench. Also, Josh Sharma will go to the bench. Good minutes from him. And it's so nice to have when you've got Josh Sharma and you sub him for Gabe Olasheni. That's tough. It's hard to guard.
It's wearing on the other team as well. Different types of challenges. Here's Allen. Down to Adowu. Out to Lawle, who fires up the 3, and that one round the rim and out. Morgan turns the corner, kicks. Grantham out, extra pass. Morgan is the open man. You expect that one to go in.
Great ball movement, though. Found the open man.
Holmes getting past Olaseni, but too strong off the glass. London looking to push. 3-on-2 here. Phillip takes it alone. Oh, Grantham misses the putback. It's bobbling about, and Leicester will come up with it. Allen under pressure, throws it in off the glass. He has all different ways of putting the ball in the basket, that's for sure.
Well, that shot looked like slow motion.
Yeah, you wouldn't find his shooting action in a coaching manual, but boy, it's effective. Here's Allen underneath. There's Sandy again on the offensive glass.
Yeah, doing his work early. Sandy, really well. What's that, 6 points for him? All on offensive rebounds.
Allen for 3, bottom of the net. And Teddy Allen starting to warm himself up a little bit, so Coach Bozic is going to call a timeout here. London's still leading by 11. We'll be right back after this break. Well, he missed his first 6 field goals of the game, Teddy Allen, but he's made 3 now, and he's got 12 points on the board. And when he wasn't getting the field goals to go, he got himself to the free throw line, kept the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah, and that's, you know, sometimes when the ball isn't going in the hoop, you've still got to be aggressive, put the pressure on the referees, and he was, you're right, getting to the free throw line.
Leicester have cut it to 8. Oh, it's almost stolen away. He does get in passing lanes as well, Allen. For all we talk of his offense, he does add something defensively as well. And that's come off the foot of Walker out of bounds.
Just 4 seconds on. Nope, it'll reset, is it? Thought it was going to be a 4-second shot clock, but it's reset.
Reset for the kick ball.
Yeah.
Morgan doesn't need any of those seconds. He gets his shot away straight away. And the other thing Allen does pretty well is rebound.
Yeah.
He's going to fire up the 3, and he's going to knock it down again. Teddy Allen with 15 now.
Wow. This is why they call him Teddy Buckets. He struggled at the start, but listen, shooters always shoot. And guys who know how to get it done.
Well, there's something going on off the ball. There was a foul called
Push
against Allen. And then there was some chatter going on.
There you go. Winding
Wasn't
up.
much in that. And then there was an immediate foul before the inbound against Leicester as well, with Allen. Holmes called for a bump.
Yeah, both teams need to just settle down.
Well, that's the 4th foul of the quarter, all of them against Leicester.
Yeah, have to adjust to the refereeing.
Phillip steps back to the elbow and strings it.
I like that one. Just uses that retreat dribble to shoot over Walker.
Mackenzie, a lot of room for 3. Can't knock it down.
For me there, Dan, sorry, Walker's got Luke Nelson on him. Take him inside.
Well, 3's worth more than 2. It's the modern game, Azania.
Yeah, but you've got the mismatch.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's got the mismatch as well. Here comes Lowell pushing hard, under pressure. The foul is called on the original shot on Morgan, so that'll be 2 free throws for Leicester.
Good job from the Riders there, getting the rebound and attacking the rim. It's 3-on-1 pretty much.
First personal, first team foul. TJ Lowell to the line for 2.
TJ Lowell knocking down the front end of 2 free throws. Leicester have been a lot better in this quarter. They felt a lot more in rhythm offensively. And of course, it helps when Teddy Allen's knocking down 3s as well. But just in the general play, feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah, and I think they've just settled into the game. I think at the beginning a little bit, you know, maybe nervous, but also you're right, when shots are going in and working.
Nice pass. Morgan jams it in. Obviously, Thomas getting those 2 early fouls as well probably discombobulated them a little bit.
But what is working well is Mr. Connor Morgan. He's been Mr. Consistency for me for the Lions.
I think he's the one they miss the most if anybody's ever out, as Allen knocks down a shot, because he's so unguardable, really.
Yeah, what do? Do you put a little double team on him?
I don't think it matters what you do, because he'll just take advantage of it. He's either too big or he's too quick, depending on what your matchup for him is. Here's Walker, back to Allen. They're throwing 2 guys at him for sure. Ooh, Walker was open underneath, but the pass was broken up. Oh, somehow Phillip gets away, and he gets all the way to the basket. The Lions bench and the injured players on the baseline really loving that.
Well, he splits the little bit of a trap there. And that will go on Teddy Allen. There it is. Their injury bench, other than the new player, David, at the end, next to Sam Decker, having a little chat. Thank you, cameraman. Go ahead and zoom in for us.
Well, there he is. We hopefully will see him in the not too distant future for the London Lions. David Nwabo with plenty of NBA experience to bring to the London Lions. And they've obviously got so many injury problems that it's all hands on deck, isn't it? You can see Jordan Taylor and Sam Decker.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor got hit in the knee last game versus Newcastle. I think Defoe, or yeah, I think it was Defoe, kind of went knee to knee with him.
Here's Allen. Trying to shake loose the defender, takes the shot off the mark. Rebound by Nelson. Drops it back to Olasheni down the lane. He kicks it out, but he's going to the free throw line anyway because Leicester are over the limit for this quarter. Jaron Holmes called for his second foul, so that's Thomas, Allen and Holmes on two fouls for Leicester.
Yeah, that's gonna, Coach Rob is gonna have to look after that and figure it out. It's only 2 minutes left of this quarter, so if they can try and not pick up the third, it'd be really helpful.
That's certainly what he's going to be contemplating right now. He's obviously taken Holmes off the court, presumably for the last 2 minutes to protect him.
Yeah. They've just got to be smart. They can't pick up any chippy or silly fouls. Keep your hands out, move your feet. Don't let the referees call that third.
He's actually taken Thomas out as well for Walker coming back in, so it's only Allen on two. They'll be hoping to get it to single figures for halftime, Leicester. McKenzie out to Washington. Here's Allen driving in hard, and he is fouled, and will go to the line for another two.
Foul called against number 11, Kareem Queeley.
Yeah,
Queeley called for the foul.
No, that was Queeley?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Queeley takes
That was Tariq Phillip going to the referee, saying nope.
It's Queeley's second, so he sits to the bench. Just another day at the office for Teddy Allen. That is incredibly point number 18 of the first half.
Somehow.
He's not even shot the ball that well. I mean, he's at 40% from the floor now, but 18 points. He is a certified walking bucket. There's just, it doesn't matter what you do.
Well, what I love, like we said, when he was struggling at the beginning of the game, he was still being aggressive, getting to the line, and that's how you just keep ticking your score over individually. And then he started to see the ball go through the net. And I think if London Lions go into half, do you discuss how do we slow him down?
London Lions with the timeout here on that free throw. And Coach Paternoster just having a conversation with the officials before we go. But don't forget, this is the first of 2 games today in the British Basketball League Trophy. Coming up at 6 o'clock, the defending champions are down in the southwest. Caledonia Gladiators traveling to Plymouth City Patriots. 6 p.m. for that one. Azania and I will, of course, be in place for that one. And it's a bit early in the competition to say it's must win, but surely Caledonia, having lost it, I mean, such is the nature of this competition, having lost that first game at home to Cheshire in overtime, they kind of need to win that game.
Yeah, it just puts a little bit of pressure on them, but we saw Newcastle have that same kind of pressure. They lost their first game versus London Lions and then beat Manchester. So it is possible, but also, you know, Caledonia is a really good team. I love Whelan, he's playing really well. Coach Gareth have them all together in the right direction. But you're right, I think this is a must-win. I love this new setup of the trophy, where usually it's played throughout the season. This year, we've decided to stop the league, and then it's just a full action pack of January.
It's all and it all comes so thick and fast as well. And as you say, because there's only 4 games that you play in the group stages, it's quite easy to get yourself in a hole. Having lost at home, that's the other thing, is you'll think that, well, we win our 2 home games, maybe sneak one on the road and we'll be okay. But having lost at home, it now puts you under a little bit of pressure to win away from home. And Plymouth, it'll be their first game in the trophy. They'll want to start right in front of their own fans. Here's Nelson at the top of the key for 2. Oh, Nelson almost stole that away.
Leicester changing up their defensive assignments, playing man-to-man and then a little bit of a zone, but Nelson just walks into that sweet spot in that free throw area. 15, 17 foot is always a good space to get to in the zone.
Allen off the iron this time. Here's Queeley running the floor. Leicester have plenty of men back, so he circles out. Olasheni. That pass is overcooked. Lowell comes away with it. Back to Walker. Thinks about the 3, turns it down. He does shoot a few. Here's Mackenzie, who shoots many, but he's not quite got his rhythm yet. Kimball Mackenzie. Not scored in this half, the Riders captain. Knocked away by Allen, and that will be a London ball. And Conor Morgan just staring at the referee as if to say, was that not a foul there? He's got good hands, Allen.
Good hands, good timing.
Decent size as well. Obviously, nobody's as big as Morgan in terms of anybody that opponents put on him. Morgan's going to show him that he can shoot a 3 as well. That comes all the way out. Can it be saved? Yes, it can. But Leicester get the ball, and Nelson wasn't back in court when he touched the ball, so that'll be a Leicester sideline. Ball's in the back court, so it can go backwards, and Leicester do get a full shot clock, so therefore they can run this one right down to the buzzer and hopefully get it to single figures from their perspective. Mackenzie back to Allen. Allen fires up the 3 off the iron. Sandy saves it. Nelson hooks it the length of the court, but it's too high, and that'll do it for the first half. London Lions leading this one by 10, and really it was that good start that they had to the game. They built a bit of a cushion, and Leicester haven't been able to eat it all out yet.
No, but they've done enough, I think, going into the half down 10. Leicester Riders in a good position.
Well, Azania and I will look back over that first half right after this break. Welcome back to our coverage of the British Basketball League trophy here, whether you're joining us in the UK or across the United States of America. Thanks for being with us. Azania Stewart and Daniel Routledge with you. And really this half, Leicester haven't quite been in a rhythm, but London haven't been able to push themselves away.
Yeah, I think what Riders have done really well is change up their defensive plan. They've played man-to-man and they've also played a zone. So they've changed it up on London Lions, but, you know, we've got a whole full half to come, so that should be pretty good.
Let's have a look at the numbers from the first half. There's a few things leap off the page. Obviously, London 1 for 12 from three-point range. They're absolutely dominating the rebounds, killing the Riders on the boards. But Leicester able to get to the free throw line and made 1 or 2 threes, but there's a lot of things that both coaches will be looking to clean up.
Well, everything that you picked out was exactly the same stats. I think London Lions doing a fantastic job on the, especially the offensive rebounding. Sandy especially has been incredible. Turnovers pretty low, but like you said, 1 from 12 from London Lions, shooting 8%, and Riders doing a great job. So stats. There you are.
The 73% sure helps when you're 1 for 12 from three-point range. Let's have a look back at the story of the half, and it was a great start by the London Lions. Again, getting to the basket. That's why their two-point field goal shooting is so high. And the offensive rebound you're talking about, they had 10 offensive rebounds, 12 second chance points. Took Leicester a little while to get going, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the ball didn't go through the net how they wanted to. I think they were struggling maybe a bit, I don't know, of nerves or just able to settle into the game, but no doubt Rob Paternostro got his team down only 10. They're in good shape. I think if they were down a little bit more, would be a bit of a struggle, and especially when you're shooting such a low percentage from the three-point line. But they do have Mr. Teddy Buckets.
Yeah, I mean, their problem, I'm sure, will be containing that, but at the offensive end, as you say, took him a little while to get going as well, Teddy Allen. But once that first one goes in, he is super dangerous.
Yeah, and they also struggled, the Riders, with foul trouble, didn't they? A few of them had 2 fouls, so we had to kind of look after his players and not let them get that, pick up that third. So getting into the third quarter, making sure they do not pick up. It was Allen who had 2 and Thomas who had 2. So hopefully they can just come out fresh in this third. The third is a real important quarter.
Yeah, really important for the Leicester Riders to get off to a good start in that third quarter. As we saw the last time they were here, that's when the game really got away from them. We're going to show you some highlights now. In a moment, we've got Surrey against Sheffield. But first up, the London Lions' first game against the Newcastle Eagles.
Nice spin. That is beautiful. Around and round. And that was a hard hedge by Defoe. He really jumped out on the ball screen. Good job getting rid of it quickly.
Scores are tied at 8. London with the ball. Oh, nice pass. And another great spin from Gabe Olasheni.
You spin me right round, baby.
No way past Olasheni. So he backs out. Shot clock getting low. He's got to find some room. He does and gets to the rim just in time.
Pretty move from McGill.
It's Austin going quick. Austin all the way to the basket. And that is classic Larry Austin Jr. Defoe running the floor. Kick back out to Johnson. Resets for 3.
Got it. Oh, Johnson with a little skippity-doo-dah.
Here's McGill in the open court. Green hits the deck. Blocked by Nelson. Wow. Morgan, he has the size mismatch here. Kicks it cross court. Kaboza with an awkward looking shot, but it goes in.
I love it. He had the legs moving in every direction.
Well, they're in the lead now, the Newcastle Eagles, having been 7 down a few months ago. Sharma will rock the rim for London. McGill, he's going to let it fly from three-point range. He's going to hit the bottom of the net. His second of the game. Kaboza. Sandy down the lane, and he gets the jab. Here's Kaboza for 3, and he hits.
And that's a crusher for Newcastle there.
Lobbed up to Sharma, who jams it in.
That's a set play, that London run.
Sharma blocked, ripped away by McGill. Lobbed up to Green, who jams it in. Nice pass. Oh, will that count? No, it won't. But now it is going to be an and 1. An excellent win for London. It's looked comfortable in the end, but they had to work hard for it.
The Surrey Scorchers taking on the B-Brawn Sheffield Sharks. The Surrey Scorchers with the first possession of the game. Here's Mohammed for 3, lighting it up from behind the arc.
Jordan Hunt is on the floor.
Jordan Hunt out of the game. We wish him the best of luck and a speedy recovery. Here comes Nichols all the way.
Oh.
Kipper Nichols punching one. A moving screen, I thought, by Mohammed, but he gets the next look, and that's 3 from 3. He's on fire. Oh, there is Okasieme. Come up the man, come up the moment. Pull up 3 for Lawrence. Seal inside for Mohammed. He's having a great game of basketball. This guy's doing everything in 3s. Ball back out to Ramsey. Ramsey for 3. You can let him fire it up. And that's a big-time triple for the Sheffield Sharks. Sharks out and running. 3v1 situation. Showtime. Jalen Pipkins picking one out the sky and throwing it down. Here's Lawrence. Scorchers out in transition. Mohammed, two-handed jam, throwing it down. Measuring up the defender. Stops in his tracks, fades away. Cam Gooden. Coutinho steps out for 3 and finally stops the bleeding. Here's Cooper again. Talk about triples, talk about Cooper. Kipper Nichols.
Oh my gosh.
I thought Nichols was going to catch a body there, but Okasieme says no. You can't do that around here. I protect the rims. Ramsey off the dribble. Back out to Coutinho. Big 3 for the Sheffield Sharks. Wang. Clock winding down again. Wang fires up a huge triple from way downtown. Cooper, catch, shoot, splash, and this is all going swimmingly for the Surrey Scorchers. And the Surrey Scorchers will take victory here at the Surrey Sports Park by 20 against the Sheffield Sharks.
Welcome back to the British Basketball League Trophy here. Daniel Ratledge and Azania Stewart with you. And really the first half, as far as Leicester is concerned, wasn't their most efficient half. They did just enough to hang in, and that was led by Teddy Allen, as ever, who had almost half of their offense in that first half.
Yeah, 19 points. Dan, there is 3 rebounds. Thank you very much. He's 5 from 14 from the floor. Struggled in that first quarter, but got himself going, especially from the three-point line. Here's one of them. He's 3 from 9 from the three-point line.
And he will be hoping that he can continue that on. It was really the early start. I think it was the first 6 shots that he missed. But he was being physical out there. He was not backing down, and he'll know the challenge that's out there, and he'll enjoy it, he'll relish it. And here's a guy who knows the challenge of playing against the London Lions, the former Riders captain, Darian Nelson-Henry. 4 titles with the Riders before he retired in the summer. A little cheeky wink as well there. And we're back underway here in the copper box. Morgan. Football violation against the Riders. That'll reset the clock to 14.
14 seconds. Morgan will hand over to Tariq Phillip to inbound.
Well, what will he have said to his troops at halftime? Don't give up easy laps to Matt Morgan, probably.
That was definitely high on the list. But they have to be careful. The third quarter for me is so important. They've got to chip away at the lead and also just get their momentum back.
Well, that's a kick ball the other way, so it'll be 14 on it. Yeah, they will have some scar tissue from their last visit here, where they ended up with their heaviest ever loss to the Lions. But it really got away from them in the second half. London were hitting threes all over the place that time. That hasn't been the case today. Oh, that pass is deflected by Phillip. And this is a sub-optimal start, you would say, for the Riders here. First 2 plays. First 3 plays, because Grantham is wide open for 3.
Yeah, Walker doesn't match up with him. And that's not the start that Coach Rob wanted. 5 consecutive points for London Lions in this third.
Thomas. Front time, well, he might have to call a timeout at this rate. Here's Morgan off the mark. Allen with the rebound. That'll save him the need, but Leicester could do with the score. Holmes hard to the hole, can't convert. Thomas fighting for the rebound with Phillip, and that will be a Leicester ball on the possession arrow.
Possession arrow in favour of the Leicester Riders. Kimball McKenzie to inbound from the baseline.
Well, they haven't got going yet in this second half, Leicester. They made a slow start to the game. That's what got them behind. They can ill afford a slow start to the third quarter here. Still looking for their first basket of the second half. Holmes again driving all the way to the basket, denied by Olasheni. Leicester still have it, but there's not much time to work with. Batted away. That'll be a Leicester ball. There's 2.1 on the shot clock.
Yeah, London Lions making it really difficult for Leicester to even get a good look at the shot, at the basket, excuse me.
McKenzie round the screen. He does get a good look. It's going to be a foul on the rebound. It's going to go against Thomas. He's had 3 really light fouls called against him.
Yep.
And you can understand his frustration.
And that is so difficult, especially when you pick up those 2 early fouls. You have to sit on the bench and you lose your rhythm. Now you've picked up the third. You have to play a little bit more timid on both ends so you don't pick up your 4th. It's going to be a tough game for him tonight. This afternoon, excuse me.
Yeah, just everything is night. And here's another 3, Grantham, and the perfect start for the London Lions. And I said the Riders might need a timeout, and Rob Paternostro has called that with 8 points in a row going against his team. He's had to get a try and stop this and turn it around, but London didn't hit any threes really in that first half. They made one, and they've hit two already in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think this is a great timeout. Stop the bleeding, actually maybe hammer home their point, but they've come out of the locker room really sluggish. They haven't matched up. Look at this, wide open Dante Grantham. Of course he's going to hit that. So this is an 8-point coming out in the third by the Lions. Well done from them, but Rob Paternoster is going to probably lay into his team and get it together here.
Well, it's the 0 at the other end of the floor as well. Well, it's a fascinating piece on the British Basketball League website. You can scan the QR code and get a link to it. An interview with Rob Paternoster, talking to him about his one true sporting love, baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball is Rob's game. He always wanted to be a New York Yankee. Also spent a lot of time in television before coming back to professional basketball, working at ESPN on the NBA show. But if you ever meet Rob and talk sport to him, the Yankees is always the first thing he talks about. And his love of baseball. He is, yes.
With the ESPN where their hub is.
Waterbury, Connecticut, just down the road from ESPN, and a lot of Yankees fans in that part of the world, and he and his family right up there. He does love the baseball. Well, can he get his team to hit a home run here in the third quarter and get things going? Because they need some points. Oh, Allen trying the tough reverse layup. And here's Grantham again. 3 threes to start the second half.
Dreadful matchup defense. Down, they cannot afford yet again a great shooter from Grantham, wide open. He has all the time in the day to shoot it.
Well, they've suddenly found their range, London, having made one in the first half, 1 for 12. Here's Allen trying to find his range. That rims out. 3 minutes in. Leicester still yet to trouble the scorekeeper. Morgan looking for room on the baseline. Good defense from Holmes, and Leicester get a stop.
Well, in such a blink, a 20-point difference, and that's why I said that first couple of minutes in the third is so important, because a 10-point, down 10 points isn't bad, but down 20 is tough.
McKenzie for 3. They still haven't scored, Leicester. 3.5 minutes in. 11-0 the score in this quarter. Phillip. Foul goes against McKenzie. Kimball McKenzie, who assumed the Riders' captaincy from Darian Nelson-Henry, who we saw at the start of the half. Leicester needs something here. Coach Božić in his usual relaxed positions, just chilling on the advertising hoardings.
He's so relaxed and so chilled out. He's horizontal, honestly. I've had a lovely couple of chats with Serbian. He's a real foodie, so he's been having a great time in London, trying all the different restaurants.
Well, he's going to have a lot to work through, I think. Here's Phillip in the corner. He can't make the 3. And that's going to be a foul against Tariq Phillip with the bump. 4 minutes approaching, and Leicester still to score.
Morgan takes a breather. Luke Nelson checks in for him.
Luke Nelson, yeah, he's back in the game. I had him as a guy to watch, and he's done really well off the bench. I really love that for him. Comes on and is efficient. He has 8 points in the first.
Allen misses everything for 3. And this is kind of feeling like scoreboard pressure now for Leicester, where the longer they go without scoring, the harder it becomes to score. 29% field goal shooting for Leicester. There have been twice as many baskets for London as there have been for Leicester. They get a stop, but it's the scores they need. Holmes out to Adowu for 3. He can't hit it. Allen trying to get the rebound, but Morgan wins that battle. Phillip, a little reach round from Mackenzie. That'll be his 3rd personal foul, so that's 2 of them now. Mackenzie and Thomas, who both picked up 3 fouls, and Rob Paternoster making a substitution again, just trying to find a lineup that can get the scoreboard ticking for them here in the second half.
Yeah, they're sitting on as what I like to call as a donut. They haven't scored yet. They're struggling a lot, you know, across the board. Who do they go to? You know, Teddy Buckets has missed air ball, and they're just kind of feeling sorry for themselves. There's a long time left in this game. Regroup and figure out something simple going to the rim.
Sharma goes to the rim, but gets blocked by the rim. Second attempt, he can't convert either. Well, you don't see missed dunks from Josh Sharma too often. We've seen a couple today. Idowu getting himself to the rim. It still won't go in for Leicester. 5 minutes down, they still haven't scored. Sharma to Sandy, and he lays it in.
Perfect back door on that baseline, wide open. And when it rains, it pours. Still can't figure it out.
13 points in a row for the London Lions since the start of this half. Leicester desperate for a bucket. And a foul called against Connor Morgan, and the London Lions 13 without reply to start the second half, and timeout is called. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Copper Box, where we are close to 6 minutes into the second half, and Leicester are still yet to score. They were 50-40 down at halftime, and they are 63-40 down right now.
I think they're just having some technical difficulties. Just going to figure that out.
Just at the table, whilst their referee Simon Unsworth just overseeing everything while they're trying to fix whatever the issue would be. The clock is on in the arena, but there's something not quite right, as you can see. We have a feeling that it's the old blue screen of death on the computer has struck.
My laptop has failed, and it's so funny that something like this could stop a game.
In
you
the
know what I
old
mean?
days, when you had a flip-over scoreboard
Oh God!
and a
Dan,
handwritten
don't take us there.
thingy,
It's 2024.
it all worked. It all worked when you had the worst case scenario you had in the old days was that you ran out of ink in a pen.
Yeah.
As you were doing the old school. Did you ever do the scorebook? Are you old enough to do the scorebook?
Yes, fine wine, honey. But maybe when in these times it happens, bring back the old school flip.
Yeah, the old flip thingy. I remember local league, you used to have somebody who was doing the clock, doing the flipping on the scoreboard and writing in the scorebook at the same time.
Well, there you have it.
We'll
Hopefully
get one of those people in to sort it all out. I think they've sorted it now.
Thank goodness.
So we can get back underway. Leicester can try and get their first score of the second half. Thomas getting to the basket, and finally the old scorebook keeper has a Leicester number to write down.
Yeah, that's his first bucket of the afternoon. Must feel good.
Washington got a little hand on that and he deflected out off Nelson, so it'll be a Leicester ball. Well, there are no 19-point shots available, but with scores and with stops, you can chip away at it.
Yeah, here's the little pocket pass and just kind of slides off of his hands, and they just smiled about it. They knew it was the right look.
Here's Lowell. And suddenly Leicester finding their way to get things ticking.
I needed them to come with a little bit more energy.
Lobbed up to Sharma. Washington breaks it up, and 2 stops here. Chance for 3 scores. Here's Lowell for 3. Off the mark. Well, that would have at least given a bit of intrigue there.
Yeah.
They 8 points in a row after giving up 13. It's almost another steal. Here's Nelson getting all the way blocked, but a foul is called. I think it's Allen. Could well be Adowu. They were both in close proximity. It is Teddy Allen, and he's the third Leicester player to reach 3 fouls.
The London Lions.
There it is.
Tariq Phillip, Conor Morgan take a breather.
Hits him in the face.
To the line for 2.
There's confirmation of the troubles that Leicester have got. Not too severe if those 3 can avoid a 4th foul for the next 5 or 6 minutes.
2 from 2 for the line for Luke Nelson.
Here's Allen going the opposite way to the screen, getting into the key, has it knocked away, diving on the floor to keep it alive, but throws it away in the end to Quealy. Nelson hard to the hole. Sharma trying to grab the offensive rebound, and that will be a hell ball, and the possession arrow will give it to London.
Did the ball hit the rim? When,
I'm not sure
Nelson,
is the answer to that.
Yeah, hit the... I don't think it did. I'm not sure. But anyway, the shot clock's reset to 18. Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't, which is why the shot clock is still at 18.
Perfect.
It would have gone down to 14, so it probably would have been better for it not to hit the rim. Here's Nelson. It doesn't matter either way as he gets the points. Here's Lowell. 31 points off the bench for London. Great showing. That's going to be a foul on Kaboza, and they won't let go of each other there, Lowell and Kaboza.
Foul called against number 31, Randy Kaboza.
All smiles in the end, I think.
Yeah, I just think, you know, basketball, they're playing hard. But Riders need to figure out some sort of easy offense, Dan. I just think they're struggling. Haven't found any rhythm. haven't found a shot easy to the rim.
Here's Thomas trying to get easy to the rim,
There
and
it
right
is.
on cue he does.
Thank you. That's what they need. Because right now, this 20-point game, we're in the third. And they also got to turn up the heat on the defensive end. It's way too easy.
Here's Sharma down the lane, and Lowell called for the foul. It's only his first. Sharma will go to the free throw line.
The charity tried for 2.
Sharma off the back iron for the first one. 19 points for Allen. 18 shots, though. Not the most efficient 19 he scored in his time in the British Basketball League.
I think also, you know, when you have a taller defender like Dante Grantham guarding him, just makes it a little bit more difficult, especially when the defenders got that length and speed. But we talked about, and he still managed to get a silent 19.
Adowu maybe would have been better advice to take the first three. Lob down towards Sharma. He's got good position, but he's denied in the end by Thomas, who was running the tightrope there, challenging that shot. Washington denying Nelson the ball. So Kaboza keeps it. Around the screen, a little slip, blocked. London still have it though. Sharma gets it away in time. And Lowell pulls down the rebound. Lowell ripped away. Kaboza running it back, has Quealy with him. Drops it back to Quealy, who lays it in for 2.
Wonderful teamwork. I love that. Kaboza just taking the ball to the rim, bringing the defender over, and making that layup easy for Quealy.
Washington out to Lowell for 3. Off the mark. Adowu with the offensive rebound. He drops it in for 2.
That's nice. It's hard work there.
Well, London, with the shot clock switched off, can run this down to the end of the quarter. It's a quarter they've dominated. They've doubled up Leicester here, 20-9, unless this goes in, which it doesn't. And London's 10-point lead has become a 21-point lead. And Rob Paternoster and co have some work to do in the fourth. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Copper Box. Coach Božić and his team had their 2 home games up first in the British Basketball League Trophy, and they look set for 2 wins from those 2 home games. They've already beaten Newcastle, and they're leading Leicester quite comfortably here. And the Riders with the turnover. And a great defensive stop, but they can't get the ball. They do it the second attempt, Leicester. Allen forward to Adowu, and fouled by Quealy. Adowu will shoot 2.
Foul ball against number 11, Kareem Quealy.
It's a good look in the end.
Third personal, first team foul.
Sure is, but for me, if I'm the Riders, I would like this last 4th quarter with, you know, play with passion, play with energy. You got to turn around in a couple of days. I think they play on the 10th. They play Manchester,
yeah, on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, so build some sort of momentum, build something that you can work off. You can, you know, cut in film and look at and critique. But what you can't coach is passion and making free throws. By the looks of Coach Rob isn't very happy, is he?
He puts a high emphasis actually in his practice on free throw making. Sharma down the lane, throws it down.
Love him. Waiting for a Josh Sharma highlight, and there it is.
Well, he's missed a couple of dunks today. He wasn't missing that one, was he? Stolen away by Nelson. Sharma's running again. Sharma goes upstairs, broken up by Allen, and stolen away by Lowell. Lowell fouled by Kabosa, and he goes through the contact for and 1. I think the referees did Kabosa a favour there, because if they called that before the shot, they'd have to call it as unsportsmanlike. But once he picks it up, it doesn't matter that you're in and behind.
It doesn't matter, because we need to see this first, Dan. The beautiful textbook pick and roll, slam it down the middle. Josh Sharma put it on a poster. Thank you very much. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Just make life so much easier.
So much easier.
Yeah. I wouldn't have missed any baskets, I don't think. But anyway, lucky for him.
Lowell converts the 3-point play. Phillip backs out. And again, shot clock getting low. Round to Kabosa, sets his feet for 3, and he got caught. Lowell committing the foul. It didn't go in, but he will go to the line for 3.
Well, it just keeps adding up. Silly foul, runs out. Kabosa's wide open, steps into it, doesn't let him land safely. It's the right call. And Kabosa will go to the line for 3.
It's one of them where, because the shooter is going forward slightly, if you run across where he is landing, you're going to get called for the foul.
Yeah.
The shooter has basically the ability to go forward. Luke Nelson leading the way, but 4 London players there in double figures.
Yeah, really good job. Nelson, Sharma with 11, Grantham also, and then Matt Morgan with 10. Really good spread scoring for the London Lions.
Leicester just 2 players in double figures. Teddy Allen, who hasn't scored in the second half, and Sam Adowu. Here's Mackenzie, who just hasn't scored. Lowell, tough shot. Rebound Kabosa. Sharma back to Phillip. Phillip at the long elbow. Rebound Mackenzie. Allen looking to attack, create some room. His shot is off the mark. Rebound Sharma.
Do you think the Lions are just doing a much better job, especially with, you know, Allen scoring 19 in the first. They're just locking him up a bit. They're bringing a double team also.
They've got the length, haven't they, that most teams don't have to deal with him a little better. Here's Quealy at the top of the key.
Yeah, you're right, because when they do switch, you've got Sharma with the length.
And when he gets to the rim like that, there's usually somebody there, not that time. And that'll be a Leicester ball. Sandy couldn't get back in court in time.
Substitution for
Here it is. Layup.
checks in for Kareem Quealy.
Just rolls off the rim. Some subs now. So Connor Morgan will come back in for Sandy. He's done a really good job, I think. Sandy, especially on the offensive boards.
He's been active, hasn't he?
Yeah, 8 points. And he's got 10 rebounds. 5 defensive and 5 offensive. Good minutes from him.
Lobbed back into Bowman. Here's Holmes fresh into the game. And fresh onto the score sheet with 2. But a quiet game from him as well. That's his first 2-point field goal make as Kaboza drives in and drops it off to Olusheni for 2.
Oh, I love that for Kaboza. Really nice play, sharing the ball. They're playing their style of basketball, the Lions.
McKenzie for 3. That's his first score of the game.
Yeah, needed. And if this team, the Riders, want to, you know, hit at London Lions, you've got to have your big shooters scoring well. McKenzie only scoring now in the 4th. It's just too late.
Well, he gets the ball back as well. Bowman tried to share the ball there. In the end, it came back to him, and he was able to draw the foul.
Yeah, McKenzie with 2 points, only taken 5 shots this afternoon. And then obviously Thomas has struggled with fouls.
Well, the reality is their starting 5 have not really scored. We've seen Leicester put up some big numbers in recent games. Obviously, the Bristol game on Thursday in the trophy, their offense was absolutely flying. But
Yeah.
Teddy Allen has 19 points, and the rest of the starters combined have 15.
Yeah, single digits for McKenzie, 3, Thomas 4, Walker with 3 also. Just struggle the whole game, and I don't like it that they come in thinking that they were going to lose, because I don't like. There's a foul here as McKenzie puts his hand across Phillips, and those two have been going at it. Yeah, did they come in with that energy and you know, the thought, are we going to win, so are we going to play properly? I hate that, because we've seen multiple teams like a Plymouth, you know, Newcastle give London Lions an L, but you've got to come with the swagger and you've got to come with the energy, and they haven't done that.
Well, Grantham fires up for 3, misses everything. Here's McKenzie going hard to the hole. Oh, I would have left that if I was Bowman. That might well have dropped in, but as he touched it, it will be a 2-shot foul for McKenzie. Let's have another look. McKenzie's shot bobbles out. Has it got a chance? No, it's probably coming off, isn't it? So fair enough for Bowman to dunk that one in. McKenzie made the first free throw.
And he must have heard me saying, I need you to be more aggressive, McKenzie. Do what you do best.
Well, one of the things he does really well is shoot free throws, and he makes both of those. It's down to 15. Morgan is rejected but fouled.
Foul called against number 10, Samuel
Adowu, the offender on that occasion.
Director Blake Bowman will take a breather. Myron Thomas checks in for him. Matthew Morgan to the line for 2.
McKenzie in a long discussion with referee Hodgson there.
First is good.
Morgan makes the first free throw. Bowman sitting down. And he misses the second, but the rebound comes all the way out to him, and he ends up on the floor and out of bounds, and Coach Božić thought there was a foul there as he hit the deck. It was tough to see from our angle.
Baseline possession for the Leicester Riders.
This is when you see Božić give you more than chilled relaxes when he's fighting for his players.
Allen going quickly and laying it in, and that is his first score of the second half. And it's enough to get Coach Božić to call a timeout, because the lead that was as many as 23 is down to 14. So he just wants to talk it over. Of course, these two teams battling it out here in the British Basketball League Trophy, and they're all trying to get to the final in Birmingham.
The British Basketball League is unbeatable. Join me for the 2024 British Basketball League Trophy Finals on the 27th and the 28th of January. A weekend of unbeatable basketball and entertainment. Click the link to get your tickets. Watch on Sky Sports and YouTube.
Oh, what a jam!
I know you're looking forward to that, Azani, taking you back to the venue where you won an MVP a couple of years ago, isn't it?
Yes, it is, for sure, which was the Cup. But I'm really excited. I'm actually going to be in the building. Both women and men's finals will be happening on the Sunday, and also your voice is the highlight.
It's the soundtrack.
The soundtrack. Oh, okay, I love that. Is the soundtrack
I
of
want to get back
Caledonia's-
to your 9 of 9,
Oh,
your epic MVP performance at the Utilita Arena in Birmingham. But it is, I mean, it is a great occasion in January. They go with the first final of the season, and it is a lovely place to play.
And also Birmingham does a wonderful job. They sell it out. It's a lovely, atmosphere to play in. So that's going to be exciting coming up at the end of January.
Morgan quickly to the hole again.
He's unstoppable on that
Yeah.
right-hand side. He just accelerates, gets into fifth gear, and, you blink and he's at the rim.
13 points now for him. Allen on the spin, off the mark. Thomas trying to grab the rebound, and that's gone off Grantham. No, it hasn't. The referee's corrected himself, because Grantham couldn't believe it. It did look like it was
Threw a
Thomas's
fit, yeah.
hand that deflected it away, but the
Here it is.
referee originally signaled that it was a Leicester ball. You can see he couldn't quite believe it. Here's Conor Morgan, not quite as quick to the hole, and this time Thomas is able to deny him. Deflected away by Phillip. 4:45 on the clock here. London by 16. Timeout call. We'll be right back.
16-point ball game.
Welcome back to the copper box. Coach Božić in his usual position, watching on from the side, and he'll be happy his team are up 16, but I think he would have preferred it if they were still up 23 as they were at the peak of their lead. Myron Thomas taking the foul, so he will shoot 2 free throws. Thomas makes both.
Myron Thomas.
Connor Morgan, top of the key for 3, off the mark. Not been Connor Morgan's best game of the season. Stolen away by the Lions.
And that's it, Dan. When, you know, they see a wide open little pass, and the Lions just close it up and steal the ball again.
Well, they get it back, and Phillip jams it in. It looked like Leicester had a chance to run. Allen under all sorts of pressure. Can he get his own rebound? He's fighting with his own teammate for it. He gets it. He's blocked. Adowo's there, and he forces it home.
And I know Allen is a walking bucket, but sometimes I think you need to get the other 4-man on the floor involved.
Offensive foul called against Shenny, just sort of leaning into that screen.
And here it is. Look, they're constantly working. Don't give up. And Tariq Phillip hangs on the rim and is rewarded.
McKenzie gets past the defenders up high, and well, he's saying that the backboard was slapped. Referee says no. Morgan behind the back. Grantham with the sucker shot at the end of it.
There we go. Lovely answer. The crowd love that also. Good team basketball. See what I mean? There's multiple men touching the ball, multiple actions. It's hard to guard.
Adowu spinning back into trouble. Sharma with the rebound. Morgan for 3. Rebound Adowu. Thomas for 3. Rebound by Adowu, but he blows the layup, and Morgan comes up with it. Here's Grantham, who really got things going at the start of this half, knocking down threes, and he's doing it at the end of it as well. Allen looking inside, comes cross court to Thomas. Resets himself. Allen with the rebound. It's Sharma again, hammering it down.
Cocks it back and rocks the rim. Puts a cherry on top. Lovely little handoff. Ah, I love it. It's exactly what you want to see if you're a fan of the British basketball or down at the Copper Box in East London. Josh Sharma for another highlight play.
Well, Paternoster calling a timeout here with 2 minutes to go. Well, at the start of the show, Zania, you picked your 2 ones to watch. Teddy Allen and Luke Nelson both have contributed. I think it's fair to say that Nelson's been slightly more efficient for his 12 points than Teddy Allen has been for his 21.
Well, Teddy Allen started well in the first quarter, first half, had that 19 points. But I felt like Luke Nelson coming off the bench was just efficient, got to his little jump shot, nice little layups, and has done well. Both of them getting to the free throw line also. So nice little head-to-head. But I'm in a struggle right now, Dan.
Yeah.
Who do I give?
It's that time of the game where Azania needs a little bit of help. So if you are watching on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, give us your comments and let us know who you think the player of the game might be. We've seen some good performances, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, where you can watch all of the highlights of every game in the British Basketball League and keep on top of all of the weekend's action with Inside the Paint.
Well, listen to this. You know, Matt Morgan has 15, Grantham 14, Nelson 12, Sharma 13. They've all done a really great job.
I kind of like Grantham, what he did at the Holmes hits a three, is what he did at the start of the half when they scored 13 in a row. He made 3 threes and
you're right,
pushed them away. That was kind of the difference in the ball game, because Leicester were just about hanging off in the first half.
And he's 4 from 6 from the three-point line. I think I'm gonna maybe edge towards.
I might just throw a different name at you in 30 seconds time. No. It's Corboza in the corner. Corboza trying to bully his way to the basket, and in the end he travelled with it. It's a Leicester ball. Well, Leicester will at least want to chip away at this lead. There is a very, very small chance that points difference in all games could matter. It's very unlikely, but you never know. Here's McKenzie. Out to Holmes again for 3. And he hits the bottom of the net. Has it pulled away by Allen, who throws it out in front to Holmes, who can't quite finish, and Thomas can't get the rebound either. Uday under pressure. What a finish that is.
I think that's the epitome of how this game is. The Riders, that last offensive look, you know, can't finish around the rim, and then London Lions come down and get a bucket.
Well, Uday with the rebound. There's probably one offense left each in this ball game. London leading this one by about 17, which is, it's stolen away though. Thomas will run it back, and Thomas will lay it in for 2. Uday across court. Will they? I think they're just going to dribble it out here, London, aren't they? They've got what they came for. They've made it 2 wins from 2 in the British Basketball League trophy, and they will be top of this group, and they've been good value for it, Azania.
Yeah, really good job. But, you know, they played as a team. They played as a unit. Great energy. Everyone who came off the bench was very successful, got themselves, but they stayed in their lane. Nobody, you know, played crazy. They played as a unit, and the Lions way.
And in some ways, it was their bench that really got things going for them. And, well, you've had your time to think, Azania. Where did you go with your player of the game?
I'm going to go right there. Dante Grantham. Congratulations to him. Like you said, there was just moments where he just hit those wide open 3-point shots. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. A really wonderful job. And then he was 4 from 6 from the 3-point line.
He certainly was. Yeah, it was, I think it was a very good pick. Let's have a look back at some of his highlights then from this game. And this was him in the open court in the first half, but it was really in the second half when he suddenly started to make those three threes in quick succession, and that was really the difference between the two teams as London got out to 20-point lead.
Yeah, and why I also picked him is because he had the big task of guarding Teddy Allen, and just because he's a bit longer, leaner, real athletic, you know, gave him some trouble at times. But overall, Lions did a fantastic job. Riders need to regroup. I think they struggled in many different areas. Coach Rob Paternostro definitely needs to get his team together and be ready for Wednesday versus Manchester Giants.
Well, 74 is not enough points by their standards, and if we have a look at the statistics, you can see why they only had 74. They shot 37% from 2-point range, 27% from 3-point range. London would want to shoot the three better than they did, but they absolutely killed them on the boards, winning by 20.
Yeah, 55 rebounds, way too many. And I just think that's where they won the game, in my opinion, Dan, for them to get second, third opportunities and really just put them away. But, you know, when you're struggling to get some offense, they need to just simplify the game. They rely on Allen a lot, and, you know, that's where it's so difficult when a guy like that obviously scores 30 points. A lot of their offense goes through them, but you've got to get the other guys involved.
Well, let's have a look at all of the results and fixtures this week in the British Basketball League Trophy. London off to a winning start on Thursday night, beating the Newcastle Eagles by 22. Leicester had a big win over Bristol on Friday. Cheshire went to overtime, but got a little bit of revenge for last year's cup final defeat to Caledonia, and Newcastle bounced back with an impressive 92-78 victory against the Manchester Giants. And then yesterday, Surrey shooting the three ball very well in the first half, got themselves a 20-point win over the Sheffield Sharks. One more game to come. That's in Group A later. Caledonia really could do with a win against Plymouth, who are playing their first game of the competition. Here's how it stands in Group B. Lions sitting pretty at the top. Leicester and Newcastle level at 1-1, and Bristol and Manchester still looking for their first win. And we mentioned that Group A game coming up later today. Let's have a look at how things stand in that one. Cheshire and Surrey with the wins in the first two games. As I say, Plymouth bang in the middle looking to get that win. But if Caledonia are to repeat as champions, they can't really afford to go 0-2 here, can they?
Yeah, and this is what I love about this new format of the trophy. A team like Plymouth, who's been, you know, struggling this season, it doesn't matter what their regular season looks like. It's a whole brand new set in this trophy. So Caledonia need to be, you know, locked in and focused.
Well, Plymouth will be confident. They beat Caledonia last time they played them down at the Pavilions. Please do join us, Zany and I, for that. But for now, goodbye.